Yeah. See that to the high. Say to the face of the wall. How you doing, Doctor? Very good, very good. Man, that's that. Let's do go. Oh.
You know.
Okay.
The Chicago Common Council meeting will now come to order on Wednesday, August 13th, 2025. We rise for the pledge of allegiance. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Clerk Medina, roll call please.
First District Councilwoman Monica Gonzalez.
Here.
Third District Councilman Terrence Hill.
Here.
Fourth District Councilwoman Stacy Winfield.
Present.
Fifth District Councilman Robert Garcia.
Present.
Sixth District Councilwoman Gilda Orange.
Here.
Councilman at Large Dwayne Ransford.
Here.
Councilwoman at Large Vanessa Hernandez Orange.
Present.
Councilman at Large Kenneth Monroe. Council President Lenny Francisci.
Present. Can I have a motion to accept the minutes for the regular meeting on Wednesday, July 23rd, 2025?
So move, Mr.
Second.
Motion was made by Councilman Garcia, seconded by Councilwoman Orange. Any questions on the motion? Clerk Medina, roll call please.
Gonzalez.
Yes.
Hill.
Abstain, I was absent.
Winfield.
Yes.
Garcia.
Yes.
Orange.
Yes.
Ransford.
Yes.
Hernandez Orange.
Yes.
Francisco.
Yes. Do we have any communications from the mayor?
I have none.
Any communications from department heads?
We have accounts payable warrants 072125 CC, 073025 CC, 080625 CC, 081325 CC, and 081325 LA.
So moved.
Second.
Motion was made by Councilman Hill, seconded by Councilwoman Orange to accept the accounts payable warrants. Have any questions on the motion? Roll call please.
Gonzalez.
Yes.
Hill.
Yes.
Winfield.
Yes.
Garcia.
No.
Orange.
Yes.
Ransford.
Yes.
Hernandez Orange.
Yes.
Francisco.
Yes.
Payroll warrant bi-weekly 080125 and payroll warrant monthly 080125.
So move, Mr.
Motion was made by Councilman Garcia, seconded by Councilman Rancifer to accept payroll warrants. Do I have any questions on the motion? Clerk Medina, roll call please.
Gonzalez.
Yes.
Hill.
Yes.
Winfield.
Yes.
Garcia.
Yes.
Orange.
Yes.
Ransford.
Yes.
Hernandez Orange.
Yes.
Francisco.
Yes. This time, do we have any committee reports? Councilwoman Hernandez Orange.
I just want to let my colleagues know that I did send an email in regards to the meetings for the budget. So just that we would like to meet, and I wanted to do it early to see if we can make that happen sooner than later.
Thank you. we have any board reports? Moving on, do we have any ordinances on first reading?
We have none.
Any ordinances on second reading?
We have no ordinances today. We have no resolution.
No, thank you. Do we have any old business? Moving on, do we have any new business? Councilwoman Winfield.
I'd just like to announce my organization, I Two Sing America, will be hosting an East Chicago Legacy Ball, Dancing with the Stars style, this Friday at the Hard Rock Casino, where 3 alumni schools will come together, the Almighty Washington Senators, E.C. Roosevelt, Rough Riders, and East Chicago Central. This event is an awesome event that's gonna happen. We're gonna recognize the legends from the city of East Chicago. And thank you to my fellow colleagues that have supported this event, because it's gonna be an event you're gonna talk about.
Councilwoman Gonzalez.
Yes, recently within the last month, there have been 2 replacements in our city in department heads. One of them is, Fire Chief David Carpenter, and the other one is Julio. And first of all, I want to thank them for serving the city of Chicago the way they did. That's one. The second is, we didn't get any notice. The council was not sent notice of any replacements, what's gonna go on, we were introduced, and I know the replacement for our fire chief, I knew that, but as far as the engineer was concerned, we didn't get any communication, and we all have projects pretty much in all our areas, so we need to know who to communicate with. And so I'm not understanding why the city would do that without us letting us, or just giving us the kind of background, who we need to call, what's going on. So I would like, the clerk, Medina, to please send a letter to the mayor and to Sandra, telling them that we would like some communication, find out where our projects are, who's gonna be taking over, and who we can.
We shall.
Councilman Hill.
Yeah, I have 2, I'll make it brief. First, I'd like to say, we had the Academy Day, everything went well. I'd like to thank, Public Works, along with East Chicago Police Department, they kept us safe that picnic and during, Academy activities, people always hang out in the community, but they did very well in keeping us safe. Now, the next incident, we had a police shooting. It was involving someone dear to me, like my nephew. You hear this on the news everywhere. Police shooting people. Now, when it's a family member, it hits home. Therefore, I think our officers ought to be equipped with body cams. Body cams will give you the actual seeing of what actually happens, and it can prevent lawsuits. It will help the victim, and as well as help the police department. So I would like this council, if we can try to approve some money, so these police can get these body cams, so that it would help situations. And it would also prevent situations. Like I say, you hear it on the news. When it hits home, it hits home, and it hits home. And now it has hit home to me, and I'm an elected official that sits on this council in the city of East Chicago. I like the police, I always support the police, I have no problem with the police. But judgment is one thing, I just can't tolerate. You misjudge. Thank you.
Councilman Monroe.
Excuse me for being late, everybody got caught on the football field. I got into the kids. But if you don't mind, if I can go back, and I brought the superintendent in to tell us what the new year will be like. Thank you, guys.
That's the clerk of the hour.
Good evening. I'd like to thank all of the common council for the opportunity again to come before you. I always am excited to share with you what we're doing at the school city of East Chicago. This evening, I would like to share just obviously the start of the new school year. We're starting the 2025-2026 school year with a 5-year strategic plan. And so I'm excited to share just very quickly overview of that strategic plan with the common council. This is just a document. This is the same presentation that we have shared with recently at our parent university, that we've shared with our school staff on opening day last Wednesday. And then we will also be sharing with the community. As we do that, I'll share that plan. We're starting the year with a new mission statement and a new vision statement. It is revised. You'll see there are some common themes from the previous mission and vision, but what you'll see throughout the mission statement is the word empowered. We are very focused on how we're going to empower our students, our staff, all of our stakeholders in order to make this vision a reality. What we didn't have in our previous 5-year plan was the core values. So the core values came about through meetings with 40+ stakeholders, including administrators, community stakeholders, clergy representatives, elected officials, to create what we feel as School City these are our core values. So we believe that everything we're going to do in the School City, as we move our students and prepare them for life, college, career, and civic engagement, is to make sure that they have access and they feel belonging. That's for our students as well for our parents and families. We value high quality learning, and you'll see our actions align with what does that mean when we value high quality learning. That means we're hiring the best and the brightest of our staff, the best and brightest leaders. Wraparound supports or comprehensive supports, we say we value that. Our students have tremendous social, emotional, and behavioral needs. We need to put in place and ensure that that does not impede them from achieving their potential. We value integrity and accountability, and that is where you'll see more of the support of the school board as well as the administration, making sure that we're transparent, that we're providing ownership, and we're holding our staff accountable so that they can in turn hold our students accountable. And then finally, we believe that every student has the potential to be successful and that they should come to school every day and be in a state where they are enjoying learning. And that is going to be a huge pendulum swing to get students to enjoy learning. On the first day of school, I went around to the buildings and I was asking kids who's excited to be back. And a handful of the kids, you know what happens. The little kids are really happy to be back. And as they get older, they're not as enthused about the first day of school. So I think it sort of trailed off around 6th grade. But some of our students are really excited to be back. And the kids who aren't that thrilled to be back, we have to make them want to say, like, oh, I can't wait to go to school. So we'll do that by transforming our school system. We have 5 goals, and they're for you to go through and read later, but I just want to lift them up. So our first goal is around academic support systems. What do we need to do to make sure our students who are behind grade level, who are approaching grade level, meet proficiency? And what do we also need to do to make sure students who are proficient gets challenged? So usually we stop. We focus so much on the kids who are behind, we forget about the kids who are on grade level and who are above. We also talked about the behavioral, emotional, social supports. Those are the things that we're putting in place to support our students' mental health, to also support our families, counseling, but also in the building, our deans, our social workers, our guidance counselors, and how do we support those students to navigate being a student. Career pathways. And so here, not just here, but these are opportunities where our stakeholders now can see themselves like, where do I fit in the strategic plan? So we want to expand and make really robust career pathways. We've been saying it doesn't start in high school. Students have to start exploring their career, what they want to do as early as, I say, pre-kindergarten. We should be asking them, what do you want to do when you grow up? We can't wait till they're sophomore in high school and they say, oh, I don't know what I want to do. It's too late to say, you don't know what you want to do, you're a sophomore. So we have to start having those conversations. It doesn't mean they're not going to change their mind. It just helps us sort of guide them with things that they see their interest in. So the Common Council is a great opportunity to sort of support what else we need to do in that area, making sure that we have expanded our business partners, our industry partners, so that we can offer even more opportunities. Family community engagement is another place, a space where our elected officials and common council can support. How do we make sure our families get out to events? How do we make sure our families are informed? And how do we engage the community? So I always make sure we talk about this, the communities who do not have children in the school city. They are still part of supporting us. We don't want anyone to ever feel disenfranchised. Well, I have any students there. Still part of the community. You still need your support. And there's still ways you can support, even if you don't have a child in this community, in the school city. Family community engagement also talks about too, how we support our families so that they can help their child be successful. And finally, the big ticket item for us is how do we address teacher retention and teacher turnover? We do that by investing in our staff, and we do that by making sure that our leaders are getting professional development, our staff, our paraprofessionals, so that they build a much more positive climate of culture. So even in the midst of someone's competing salary, they want to stay and be a part of the school system. And right now we have a national teacher shortage, and we are trying to keep the ones we have, as well as trying to attract new staff and hire those vacancies. And then the last page does have all of the members who were part of the strategic planning committee. Obviously, there were people who participate in our focus groups and surveys, but these 40 plus folks attended at least 4 to 5 different meetings from January to June to help develop this plan. And so we want to thank you. So Councilwoman Hernandez Orange was also on that strategic planning committee, and those are examples of the types of diverse stakeholders that we have to develop this. My plan is in September and October, we will have community meetings at all the schools and in various parts of the community, such as the library, where we'll go over this and present it to the public. The important part of the strategic plan is for the community to hold us responsible. So I always say this isn't a document we're gonna say, oh, we did this, check it off, put it on the shelf. We come back and revisit it quarterly, we revisit it annually. We produce an annual report that lets you know where we're making progress, and people give us feedback to say, hey, you know, that's not working. Well, we have to have opportunities for people to tell us what's not working. So there are opportunities for the public to still come and give feedback and input. That was my very brief overview of the strategic plan. If there are any questions, I have a few minutes. Yes.
Yes, Dr. Like I spoke with you previously. Cursive writing, that's the problem we have everywhere. I know the good friends of mine, the Winningtons over in Gary, Indiana. He and his wife started some type of program where they were teaching cursive writing. Cursive writing is very, very, very important. And it started with us in second, third grade. They would give us those books and trace it and trace it. Right now, these young people would actually sign a check. They're printing. When it says signature, signature is cursive writing. So we can try to implement that. That'll be something very successful for these kids. But right now, some of them, you guys I know 20 years old, don't even know how to write in cursive. But if we can implement that slowly but surely, I'll be very proud. Another thing, substitute teachers, maybe make sure we got a good substitute teacher base, because I started off as a substitute teacher. I might come back with part-time base, do a little something, maybe I don't know. As long as I get a long term, I ain't talking about a day here, a day there. I know if I let them know, they'll call me right away. So I did that. That was part of my stepping stone around that day, substitute teaching, here you see each time.
We are trying to work on that.
Yes, Cindy, the new Central High School didn't have the AEC work, is it working now?
Yes. We have put a plan in place to remediate the AC, the HVAC system. So the building is cool now. We are planning a much more detailed, longer term facilities plan that addresses the AC. And so I think I've shared with my staff last Wednesday that our previous way of addressing the AC, even in the summer, was to sort of patch up and put in a temporary place as opposed to addressing a much bigger issue. We need a new HVAC system.
Are they still on e-learning?
Say it again.
Is the high school on e-learning?
Yes, and so the high school is fine in terms of HVAC. We're comfortable. So even with the 90-degree days, the majority of classes were cool, and high school is not at capacity, so teachers were allowed to switch classrooms. Same as any one of the elementary units. Washington. So Washington is cooler. It was not on Monday,
Right.
so today it is cooler, but Washington is a different issue from, because we did actually overhaul Washington last
Yes.
year. And so I think the high school is gonna need the same overhaul that we did for elementary last year.
Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry, I know it's time. I have to say I was on the strategic plan and this was really different to be part of a group that is actually listening and stuff that we worked on is in here. So, it's good to see. I'm open invitation for you to come and present to us, since you like coming to present to us, in regards to financials. And I say that because, I see a lot of things happening in, I'm not at your meetings, but I watch every single one of them. And I see the financials of the new people who are coming in. I see the school board trying to get themselves extra money. I'm watching it all as it's happening. And that's all concerning, especially with the fact that we're losing money in this area. So I'm not understanding why we're giving out under $20,000 contracts for a school that only has 250 kids. But just if you could let us know, because eventually when you come to us for a referendum, when you will, some point in time, we have to understand it.
That makes sense. I'll be back. Councilwoman Orange.
Okay, I know that we are not a sanctuary city, and, cause we got sued about, getting ready to get sued about that. But what are you doing to keep the kids that have, that are attending school safe? So that people don't come in and grab up kids and everything. What is there a plan to make sure kids are safe?
So I do have on my calendar to meet with Chief Rivera. So as we talk about safety plans for this year, we'll make sure we include that topic. We talk about safety in general, dismissals and all those. We'll include that as well.
And have you had, the attendance gone down because of that?
So our attendance at the January of last year, if you recall, when that was really heightened, we did have some negative impacts on our attendance. And then I think we did a lot of messaging and we did a lot of engaging with families to bring our attendance back up. So we ended our attendance last year in the high 80s, even though we took a dip around that January month.
Councilman Ransford.
Just curious, what is the total enrollment this year?
So Monday, we had 3181 enrolled. About 425 were new students. We ended last year with 3201. So the goal is just to replace the seniors who left. The goal is to bring more students, but right now we're okay because I think we replaced the seniors. And obviously there's still kids on coming on. So.
Hold on, Mr. President. Okay, I mean, hold on, Mr. President. Go ahead. I'm sorry, man, my brother. Go ahead. I just want to, go ahead. No, I just for you. Kenny, myself on the, education committee.
The education committee is Kenny, Councilman Monroe, Councilman Winfield, and Councilwoman and Councilman Ransford.
Motion to adjourn.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No, you're welcome. Thank you. Thank
Just
you.
so that you
Thank
all
you.
know, the scholarship, the fundraiser that my organization is doing is a scholarship and performing arts fundraiser that's geared towards Central for next year. The East Chicago alumni have a cheer campaign that will also be pushed during this fundraiser, and you'll hear about it in the news where they are planning to fill the auditorium with new seats in the entire auditorium, where Washington High School will have one section, Roosevelt will have a section, and Central will have the main section. All the alumni. I did wrong.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion on the floor by Councilman Garcia, seconded by Councilwoman Orange. Roll call, please. Gonzalez,
Yes.
Bill,
Yes.
Winfield,
Yeah.
Garcia, Orange, Ransford,
Yes.
Manders, Martin,
Yes.
Monroe,
Yes.
Franciscan. Yes, meeting adjourned.
Mr. President.
Oh, let me get Tim. We're gonna be okay.
We'll be up there.
You know? Yes,
Yeah.
You never gave me.
I'll wear it out. I'll wear it out.